Today we're doing an overview of a few different narwhal pins in my collection. We'll call it my own little pod of narwhals. I didn't set out to gather so many. I got my first one, liked it, and then proceeded to buy whichever ones caught my eye. It just happened that narwhal made quite a few that caught my eye. I have examples from four different models here: the Nautilus, the Voyage, Original Plus, and Horizon. Narwhal makes some more pins I don't own, both some entry level pins and some premium Urushi pins. I consider these to be large pins. The Nautilus and Voyage are 15 centimeters, and the others are a fraction smaller or larger. The original is a hair shorter at 14.6, and the Horizon a bit longer at 15.3. And here's my largest pin, the Pilot Custom Arushi. As you can see, these narwhal pins are not outclassed. And here's my favorite comparison, the Lamy Safari. Though the Safari is of a similar length to these narwhals, the extra width of the narwhal lineup makes them much more substantial than the Lamy Safari. One standout is that there are no cartridge converters here. The narwhals all have metal filling systems, which give them heft in the hand. The Original Plus is a vacuum filler, while the others are all piston fillers. The Horizon pins are much denser than you would expect just looking at them. Their tapered shape and colorful materials belie substantial internals. While lighter than many metal-bodied pins, they nonetheless pack a substantial heft. There's quite a bit of variation within the Nautilus and Voyager lines. The lightest of them is 30 grams dry, while the heaviest is 39 grams, and that's a 30% difference. That seems to come down to the materials used, both the body material, but also some of the internals. The Nautilus and Voyager series are cylindrical with spherical ends. The main difference between the Nautilus and the Voyager is the way you see ink levels. The Nautilus has three small porthole style ink windows edged with trim, while the Voyager has a transparent ring. The Original Plus has a bit more taper, while the Horizon has significantly more taper. There aren't many pins that have the silhouette of the Nautilus, which I think was one of the things that originally attracted me to it. You can't post the Nautilus or the Voyager, but the Original Plus and the Horizon can both be posted. Nibs are number 6 Jovo type, though manufactured by Narwhal. These days, at least. They seem to use that size in all their pins based on what I saw on their website. I've played around with swapping the nibs while leaving the feed and nib housing the same as what came with the pin, and that worked fine. I have examples of their nibs in stainless and gold, plus some PVD coated nibs, and even in gold nib that was manufactured by someone else before Narwhal started making their own gold nibs. I think it's worth paying the premium for the gold nib for these at least one time. The grips are all comfortable. The Horizon moves the threads to the nib side of the grip rather than the body. I don't notice the threads in either position, but some people that might be important to them. Fit and finish is typically pretty good. My only complaint is around the threads for the cap. Some of the threads are a bit crunchy. specifically the cap threads on these two pins and the vac piston on the original Plus. I can forgive the filling mechanism, but the cap threads makes me like these pins a little less. Overall, I like the Nautilus and the Horizon. They're comfortable pins with a quality feel. I especially like the different colorways that Narwhal is producing, with trim colors beyond the standard silver or gold. It's only a matter of time before they get me to buy another one. As to the original Plus, I don't have any complaints, really, but I'm more partial to the TWSBI VAC 700R, especially in the iris finish. But feel free to leave any questions in the comments below, and until next time, thanks for watching.